But anyway, so greetings again. I'm Janie Daly. I do readings, and I say psychic readings, but I'm also a nurse. I'm very normal, different, but normal. I guess normal. What's your definition of normal? But anyway, before I get started, and first of all, thank you so much for listening. And I feel like if you are listening, no, I don't feel, I know if you are listening to this vlog, then you are meant to be here and that you are different, you're special, you're loved. I know God loves everyone. I know that. But there's some of us, we're light workers. We are here to make a difference. We decided before coming here, yep, we're going to go there and we are going to shine our light bright and pass it around to others. There's so many people, because there are people that you'll meet and you'll be like, person is miserable, definitely not a light worker. Not true. Never judge. Never judge. But what I wanted to say first of all, you want your angels, your guides, even with Jesus, if you want to talk, your divine family, remember? Your divine family. God, it's Jesus, it's angels, it's saints, it's people and pets that have passed. Nobody leaves you. Okay, nobody leaves you. So to kind of get in the mood, so to speak, because like when you want to have a nice relaxing evening, you dim your lights, you turn off your phone or turn it down, whatever, because you don't want to be interrupted. You want to relax. In this case, you want to have if you are in trouble, and trouble can be defined, it can be huge or it could be, well, every little thing is important. But if you feel like you want to talk to Jesus, let's say, and you need answers, set the tone. This is my favorite. A crystal ball. You guys, I got this 30 years ago. And when I got it, I bought it from a yogi in India. And he said to me, now, when it's a full moon, go and bury it outside. When you want to talk to Jesus, or if you want to talk to somebody who has passed away, remember, all it takes really is a thought. Telepathy. Hello, Miss Karen. Telepathy. Telepathy is everything, you guys. You can do it with your pets, but if you are missing someone who has passed, it's a thought. But you need to be geared up for that. I mean, because one of the things I always say, I'm like, oh, I do this, anybody can do it. But so many people said, no, it's not that easy for us. And I guess that is true. I'm not really like a music person. So when listening to music, myself and somebody who does that every day, that person is going to hear a lot more and know like what's going on behind the music scenes than I'm going to know, because I'm not well versed every day. So I'm going to share a couple things for you to get comfortable and in the mood, so to speak. Anyway, so my crystal. Funny story with this, of course. So I get this from a guru, and he said to me, bury it underground under the full moon. I did it. Well, as my luck would have it, I forgot where I buried it, you guys. I was digging up like the front yard. And I'm thinking, I haven't lost my mind. But what happened? One of my kids saw me doing it. And he decided, it's not a good place to put it. So he moves it without telling me. But anyway. And it actually shouldn't have been buried. I don't recommend that because it actually cracked a little bit. But anyway, crystals. Crystals, wonderful. Crystals, I'm starting to sell crystals, and I need to get it in order. I'm trying to get out to you guys things that work for me, okay? Because in the beginning, oh my gosh, when I started doing this, I took classes. It was just as much for me to learn doing this and get everything together as it would for somebody going to college for maybe 3 years, seriously. But it doesn't have to. You have me. I didn't have anybody. Well, I had the other side, obviously, but you have me, so I'm here for you guys. Oil. Oil is wonderful. The five senses work off of the sixth sense and vice versa. So, like, even like with the crystals have energy, vibrations, your body can feel. Okay. I even recommend, I want to get the chakra stone packages together because I recommend like laying down and putting those stones, aligning them with your seven chakras. You can feel the power of the crystals. It's crazy. It's crazy cool though. Okay, so then oil. I love the essential oils. My favorite is clary sage and patchouli. And I also take some of my incense and put it in the bottom. But it smells so good, you guys. It smells, and it's funny too because, oh, and they're safe. They're safe to be on the skin. And they're safe for animals to inhale them. I mean, but of course, I'm talking about when I put it on my hands for healing. Horses, oh, they love it. It's, yeah. Again, I do it and pray around them and stuff, but I haven't had any problems. Incense, huge. I use this kind of incense, okay? What's it called? It's called Satya, Satya. This one is for Reiki. I like to put this on when I'm healing, when I'm doing healing. I like this brand because it doesn't have any chemicals in it. Oh, by the way, I'm not like sponsoring any of these places. This is just for you to open up your sixth sense, okay? But again, it's Nag Champa. It's Nag Champa. I mostly use the other one that's plain and it's in a red, white, and blue box, but there's nothing junky in it, and there's no additives, there's nothing. So I should say, I have used this with people who have had allergies and they were fine. They were fine because again, I didn't like burn it while they were there, obviously. But nobody ever had any problems when they came to my office as far as allergy wise, because some of this incense, it's loaded with stuff it's not safe to breathe in. And then, so we have that, we have the incense, the crystals, the oil. So let me tell you what I started with. You can heal your life. I feel like I'm at, what's it, QVC? I really don't mean to be, you guys. But You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. Phenomenal book. Phenomenal. This was the book I referred to. I was referred this book by someone and oh my gosh. And you guys, it's not the kind of book, like it doesn't have like chapters that you have to read and stuff. It's like short things. And what you do, like I would in my meditation time, first, as I'm reading the book, I would read like one section like at a time. You know what I mean? And it always has, oh, wait a minute. Like this, there's something like this at the beginning of every chapter. So if I turned to this page, I would read this, okay? Now, after I finished reading it, and it took a while because that's how I read it, little by little. And again, it's not a storybook. This is a book like you can heal your life. Yeah, I was watching something the other night with Megyn Kelly, and she was talking about, she brought something real important up. That we were all raised on, God love her, but like Oprah and I don't even know, Ellen or no, Sally, Jesse, Raphael, Jerry Springer is not a good example. But we were raised to always focus on your problems, focus on your life, settle that problem. First of all, you guys, and I'm older now, so I can really say this. Your situation from childhood, it all happened for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And newsflash, light workers, our lives were horrible. Horrible. To the point where you wonder, well, how can one person handle so many things? Because you're a light worker. And we are the kind of people that we have to feel it. You feel that burn and you experience it, you feel it, and then somebody will come. God always puts that person around you who needs to hear your lessons. So you're teaching. You are teaching with your experiences. Your soul is growing. And it is all about soul growth. This is school. We are in school. We really are. We're not alone. We're definitely not alone. But the big thing is kindness. Kindness. And it's like I'm saying about like you having your situations in life. You may be able to turn around and somebody's going to come along who's going to really need you. And they'll just start talking to you out of the blue. And then bang, you get into that conversation because light workers, remember, people will tell you their life stories. You're a light worker. That's a test of if you have that happen, you're a light worker because they feel your light, they feel your love, they feel your kindness, so they open up to you. But it is true. You will help that person and you'll start sharing what happened to you. So don't hold back with that. You guys don't hold back with and I know we've all had a lot of trauma. We all have. But you take control of that. Don't let it control you. Talk about it if it's going to help somebody else. Because when you're helping others to heal, you heal. And you're going to find too, you're going to find that people will come to you and say something. And okay, how to put it? You might say, okay, dear Jesus, dear God, I don't know what to do about this situation. I don't know what to do about it. I mean, is it something I'm doing wrong? You're going to have at least 3 or more people, whether it's on TV, whether it's reading something, whether it's somebody you just ran into, because they dropped something and you picked it up and said, here you go. And you will have 3 people saying the same thing to you. Saying the same exact thing, maybe in a different manner, but you get the general meaning. That message is for you. Okay? I'm really serious. That message is for you. And it is true. There may be things that you don't like about somebody, and like when you see them and they irk you. They just irk you. Check this one out. Somebody irks you. Think about why they do it. Take a deep breath and say, okay, God, I think I get what you're trying to tell me right now. Chances are that situation that you hate so much is a situation that you have going on with you. But you just haven't looked at yourself. Because that's the thing. This life, this school stuff, it is all about looking at your life, not dwelling on it. Like I started to say, not dwelling on it. You heal as you help others. But I don't know. I shouldn't say some of the things that sometimes that I say, but I just feel like to go to a psychiatrist and talk to them for 40 years about like my father being an alcoholic. What? I feel if somebody does that, then this person, because I know a lot of celebrity too, but a lot of people are private. Don't have to be celebrity. A lot of people are private. And they can't talk to anybody else. They can't because it'll be in the news and it'll be out on the streets and blah, blah, blah. So they don't. They have to pay somebody to keep going back and but me, OCD with privacy. OCD with privacy. And for those of you who know me, we will talk, do your session. I get clear, accurate messages for you. I give them to you. And when that session is over, slate is wiped clean. So let's say 2 months later, 6 months later, no, let's say 2 because that's closer. 2 months later, you want to talk to me again. I don't remember what we talked about. The reason being, and I believe it is for your comfort and knowing, because I hear the secrets. I see the secrets. Okay? So, but I would never disclose that to someone or anyone. But the thing of it is, though, this way you can know then that your secrets are safe with me. They're safe with God because He's trusting me also to do this work, which I'm honored to do, very honored to do. But when you come for your your next appointment 2 months later, I always pray. I always pray before my sessions, and I will get good, clean, clear information. And I'm not going to have recall of what we spoke about until maybe halfway through, and not before halfway. And I don't force it. I don't force it. I know it's not supposed to. It'll come through when it does. But it's because I can give you clear, updated info. So if you say, you know what, you told me that. Oh, you told me I was going to, meet a guy like that the last time. Well, it's going to happen. Trust me when I tell you, it's going to happen. They don't play. and I have practiced enough. I get their messages really, really straightforward. But anyway, I recommend this book. Louise Hay, who has since passed away, God bless her, wrote this book. And it talks about, you guys, 1000% accurate that I've seen in my business is the people, men and women, who hold stuff on their chest. Their thing is, oh, I like to pick and choose my battles. Oh, yeah, for your kids, for your spouse, for your pets, you'll beat the world up if they say something that you don't like about them, right? But when it comes to you, then you have to pick and choose your battles? No. It is smart to pick and choose, but you've got to get it out. If you don't get that stress, negativity out, it stays on the chest. And I have seen that actually bring breast cancer about. People who have so many responsibilities on them, so many, to the point where they feel like they're drowning, have chest issues, but also back issues. And why? Well, the back, it's because you're like carrying the whole family on your back, like a backpack. So tune in with yourself, and you'll find by learning to talk to your deceased loved ones, by learning to talk to God, you will, again, by learning to talk to your divine family, you will find out what works for you too. Okay? Seriously. Because as you age, you get wiser. But anyway, so I did want to talk about a couple of things. I got another journey. I don't know, because somebody had suggested from the other side that I should talk to you guys about how it works for me. And I do. I love the incense. I love the oils. And I love my crystal. And with the crystals, you find the crystal that feels good for you, that resonates with you, with anything. But anyway, but it is, again, important. Pay attention. If you see something 3 times, that's a sign for you. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't get my signs. I'm going to use the dumbest example. This is so stupid and it's so old. But, I was trying to explain it to somebody in simple, easy terms. Because he's like, I don't know. I'm always asking God for help. And it's God, he's like, nobody. My mom, who's passed away, nobody listens to me. And I'm always asking for signs. I said it like this. So I gave him this dumb example. I said, okay, so let's say that you decided to quit smoking. And then you're outside though, and you're like, please, God, I got to have a cigarette and I have no money on me. So please, let me just find one cigarette or see somebody coming up that I can bum one off of them. And it's funny, the guy goes, how'd you know I'm trying to quit smoking? Oh, well, just people tell secrets. What can I say? But I said, God hears you. Your divine family, they all hear you. But you're walking down the street looking for cigarettes on the ground or people that have spare cigarettes. Instead, you're going to see people that are chewing gum or maybe sucking on lollipops. because that's one of the ways to quit smoking. But the other side's not going to give you something that isn't good for you. So please know that. So anyway, the thing too that I did want to touch on tonight, I did how many? Okay, so I'm good with time. Expectations. Being kind. Because again, you want to open your sixth sense, please be kind. I'm begging you to please just be kind. I'm not asking you to be like ridiculous. I'm asking you treat others the way that you want to be treated, but no expectations. Because some people like go to the max and they like do all kinds of nice things. And that's not always good, because to do that to please other people all the time leaves you exhausted. But because you do all of that for others, don't expect them to do the same. Everybody is different. We're all different. And you guys, that's why we're like the black sheeps. We're the black sheep because we're beautiful. We are different. We're very intuitive. We're private. We have a hard time around crowds. And we've had tough lives, really tough lives. And then for those of you who are like on the fence, you know something more is out there. You know it. And then you hear people going, yeah, but I just don't believe there's this big man in the sky who's controlling. No, nobody's controlling you. No one's controlling us at all. That's why I say like we're the black sheep. We're the light workers. I don't want to say Christian because I feel I am. I meet all the definitions. But the only thing is, I am here to do school and to do the job that I came here to do to the best of my ability. But I know if there's a problem, I can go to the principal. I can go to the head person. And I got to tell you, because I do have a God message for everybody here too. Because I got to tell you, you're in charge of your life. You're not 4 or 4 months. You're in charge of your life. I was that little girl when the priest, and we were Catholic, and I hear the priest talking about God gets so angry and he will strike those down, or whatever. And I just remember looking, I was 4, 5. I remember looking like, so pull on mom. Mommy, who's that man talking about? That's not the God I know. Yeah, did that a couple of times. So that's why she brought Mallow cups and started feeding them to me in church, because it has marshmallow and it's supposed to keep me quiet. But I've had little kids too. I've had little kids come up to me and say, I miss God. I've heard I miss God. I've heard I miss Jesus. And I had this beautiful little girl tell me she missed Mother Mary. Yeah. So, and yeah, I've seen Mother Mary when I lived up here, because we went to go see the crying statue at a retirement center. And yeah, because apparently what is it, Guadalupe, was it? Mary of Guadalupe. See, I'm not the best with this. But the statue apparently was crying at one point. So, and it's not, you guys, I thought it'd be really big. It's probably only like this size, maybe this size. But anyway, I had come back, and again, I get that exhausted sleep. You guys, when you are so exhausted, for those of you that have had surgery, you know how you feel when they give you the anesthesia and there's no way you're going to wake up like that. There's just no way. You were drug, I call it druggy tired. Well, when you're going to have a divine conversation or a divine visit, that's how you feel. So anyway, so that's how I felt when I came home. I took everybody home and I lay down on my sofa because, again, druggy tired. So then I was probably only sleeping for like 15 minutes, and I opened my eyes and I saw Mother Mary. And I just remember going, because she was so pretty. And then she's gone. I was like, no, come back. I want to talk. You know? But no, it was amazing. She was absolutely beautiful. And, I even said to this young lady today, it's like, for me, yeah, because I was talking about this a nursing position, and she's like, yeah, and telling me dates and stuff. And I said, but you know what, though? I need to see things to know that it's real and to take it seriously. So you guys, I'm totally Miss Scientific. And I'm not being disrespectful. The thing that I said to God is, if you want me to teach this, like I'm honored to be working with you, for you, together with you. But I don't want to teach people my opinion. They don't care. I mean, you can have somebody give your opinion, but I don't always like to hear people's opinions, to be honest with you. And most people don't, I guess. So, okay, he said, okay. And what happens was, again, I ask for proof. So when I'm having my God dream, and it's a dream, never seen him, only heard him. And always at the end, he laughs. And he's like, ha, 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 I know, you need a sign. Keep in mind, I was raised as a little girl that God was male. I do believe Mother God is there too. Definitely. Most definitely. I feel like Mother God is the one that's related to nature. But anyway, your angels, God, Jesus, they will appear to you what you believe, according to what you believe. And their biggest thing is what you are comfortable with. They don't want you to be scared. It's bad enough that people are scared. I mean, I talked to somebody the other day and she's like, when my dad died, I saw him, but I couldn't tell anybody. And I said, why? Because people think I'm nuts. You guys, who cares? They're going to think you're nuts for something or other anyway. And that's just with normal stuff. Like if you like something to eat that they don't, it's like, oh, you're nuts. Okay. Anyway, I want to share this with you. So I am the kind of person, I am very anxious. And again, you guys, people like us, the black sheeps, we get anxiety, we get depression. We are but if you recognize it, you can deal with it. Just know you're never alone. Never. But, you have a dark nights of the soul, you can contact me. And trust me, you'll know what that is. But I don't know. I forgot I had to do yet something else I was supposed to get done, and I didn't. And I clearly heard, I dozed, and I clearly heard, you are making this harder than it's going to be. Then you are making this harder than it's going to turn out to be. So just do it. He was right. You guys, that's true. Look at your lives. Like, how many times have you said that you were going to do things, but I don't want to, and you drag your feet, and it turns out to be a piece of cake. Anyway, I was going to talk about other things, but I'm going to kind of close it on this. Okay, so what do I want to? I want you to know, though, that you can feel safe with me. All right. I love helping, and I'm even going to adjust pricing and everything because I want everybody to be able to afford having a session with me. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, please, write them in the message section, and then I'll be glad. I'll be happy to answer. So I'm asking too for subscribers. So if you guys can please all subscribe, if you can share this, like it, because I have to get it to 1,000 subscribers, you guys. This is the slowest. Facebook was easier than this. So I really need your help, please. My Gmail, it is on my YouTube page, but my Gmail, if you'd like a session, is jamiedaly@gmail.com. Not Janie Daly 1111. Just regular janiedaly@gmail.com. Holiday certificates, 45 minutes, 65. It's what a gift you're giving someone. It is, especially for those loved ones that someone has passed away and they want to be able to communicate with their loved one, or if they lost a pet, because that's huge too. But I can help people. I can help with the animals. And I don't have to be there. It's so funny because people with cats, their cats always come in for the sessions. Not playing. But your cats, your animals are special. They really are. So, because Edgar Casey was saying stuff like that. My son was telling me that the other day, which is true. So, don't forget, December birthdays, there's 20% off. So you can do your birthday, get ready for your new year. And I think that's everything. I just want you guys to know, don't be stressed. Don't be stressed over holidays. Look at it as a fun time. And if gifts and money right now, if it's so ridiculous, talk to the family. Do gift exchange. Just do what you're going to do to them. And also with forgiveness. We're going to talk about that at another point too. Because forgiveness is huge, but so is being stubborn. So I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to close on this. Do you think you're stubborn? Think about it. Because I'm kind of seeing, I think that all of us have that trait. Some of it's out of fear. Some of it's out of control. But I want you to be a yes person this week. If somebody asks you something or tells you something that you don't believe in, just try to be positive and look in the other direction. Alrighty, and I see I have some really weird comments here. Okay, whatever. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, pumpkin. Anyway, you guys, I sent you all many, many angel blessings, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Be safe. Be safe. And it's the end of the year, you guys. Oh my goodness. I love you all. Stay open, talk to your deceased loved ones, talk to God, talk to Jesus. I didn't even mention Archangel Michael. Talk to Archangel Michael too. It's December and there's something going on. Communication should be easier. Okay? So good night to you all. Thank you so much for listening. For those of you, thank you for joining me. And for those doing the rewatch, enjoy. I hope you enjoy this. And God bless you. And again, sending to you all many, many angel blessings.